Hello, it's Lydia here. I'm having a right day of it. This is about my 6th attempt at this video. It's hard, it's a tricky one today. I think I've been making it too hard. So I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm not going to panic. It's one of those days where I can't draw anything. And my neighbour keeps turning the lawnmower on and off. So that might start up any minute. It's either a lawnmower or a chainsaw is alternating. So it's all going on. It's all very exciting. So I had a message from someone on Facebook saying how it was her granny's birthday next week or soon, and of course they're not going to be able to see her. So I thought, why don't we draw a picture for grandparents? And you could draw yourself in the picture, you could draw your grandparents, you could take a photo of it and send it to them, or you could actually post it to them, get your mums or dads to post it, or save it for them for when we see it. So I thought we could do that. But of course the tricky thing is I don't know what your grandparents look like. And I was thinking, do I have any books with grandparents in? The only one I could find was this one. And I'm hoping your grandparents don't look like the grandparents in this book. Do they look like that? I hope not. Although I'd quite like to draw them, they're easier than real grandparents. So I'm going to try and draw some grandparents. But obviously you'll have to think what your own grandparents look like. I know not everyone has grandparents, and maybe you've only got one grandparent. So it's a tricky one this week, but I'll give it a go. Let's just see. I think I'm just going. This is going to be it. I'm not doing it again. It's the 6th time. But we'll see, please. Now I'm using a Sharpie, and Sharpies aren't the best things to draw with. I'm just drawing it so it shows up. So someone was asking me about drawing with them, but of course you can draw with a pencil, that'd be much better. But I'm worried my pencil drawings won't show up, they're very faint. So I'm drawing with this, but this is part of my problem because the Sharpies is bleeding a little bit, so it's not. I'm going to keep it really simple. Don't panic, deep breaths. Right. I'm going to start Grandad looking a bit like Lanky Len, who we drew the other week. Here's Grandad. Now, to keep him really simple, shall I give him proper eyes? I'll give him proper eyes. I know that sounds a bit silly. Shall I give Grandad eyes? Yes, of course. Nose. See, he looks a bit like Lanky Len, doesn't he, I think? Now, we're going to give poor Grandad some wrinkles, so we know he's a bit older. And I'm going to give him a beard. You could colour that in. Now I'm going to give him a bit of hair, but I'm not going to give him a lot of hair. But I might give him some eyebrows. There we are. And some glasses. Give him some glasses. See, a lot of grandparents these days don't look that old, so I don't want to make them look too old, because lots of grandparents aren't that old. Oh, a bit close again. So let's see how we go on with this one. I'm going to draw him waving. So that's his sleeve. Now this is where I was getting to all sorts of bother earlier, so I'm just going to draw him with his hand down like that. We'll give him a little, should I give him a shirt? We'll give him a little shirt. They're just like shirt collars. And a jumper. So he's got a jumper on. Okay, we're doing waving. 1 finger, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's not too bad at the moment. Can you see? We'll do his other hand here. I was going to draw him holding on to something. I was going to draw him holding hands, but that's where it's getting all a bit difficult, so I'm not going to do that. So trousers. Oh, he's quite long and thin. A bit like I say, like Lanky Len. I'll give him some shoes. I'll just make them really simple. Okay, give him some pockets on his trousers. So that's Grandad. That's not too bad, is there? Gosh, that's all right. Now I was going to draw you here holding hands, but I can already see that hand's not in quite the right position, so I'm not going to do that. We'll leave that well alone, that hand. But I am going to draw, how far over am I? I'm going to draw a little person here. Now who could I draw? Have I got any books to hand? I have, but let's see. I'm just going to draw, a little person here. I'm going to draw that shaped face. Some hair. She could be looking, it's going to be a girl. She could be looking up like that. She could look a bit like Princess Mirabelle. Have you read those books? If I give her hair like that, she looks a little bit like Princess Mirabelle. Now, could she be giving her granddad something? What could he be holding? I'm not sure. I haven't really sort of thought this through. Okay, so she's going to be, maybe she's about to hold his hand. There we go, she's about to. That's good thinking, isn't it? Look, she's just reaching up, she's going to hold his hand. I'm going to give her a dress, I think. I'll give her some shoes. She's got quite short legs. Honestly, I might give up my career after today. We'll give her some lips. That always makes me feel better. Ears. Now, I don't know what you look like, but you could draw yourself there. Now, again, Granny, I don't know, I'm going to draw her, I'm going to give her sort of a roundy face, and I'm going to give her, I did draw one earlier, I did draw a Granny. I don't really know how to draw them without offending people. I'm going to draw sort of straight hair, and I'm going to draw eyes, of course, nose. I won't give her big eyebrows, but I am going to give her little wrinkles there. And I'm going to do a smile. I won't draw wrinkles on because I'm just going to offend everyone. But I might draw some glasses. Let's draw round glasses. There. I just feel I'm going to upset everyone drawing this. Sorry, grandparents, I'm trying to be kind. We're all getting old. I'm sure you can see my wrinkles are a bit close up on this video today. So now I was going to draw her holding a baby. Now this is where it might go horribly wrong. I'm going to draw the baby, I'm going to draw two eyes, little mouth, a bit of hair. Any people holding things is quite hard. So her arm's going to come here. I'm going to draw her arm before I do anything else, because her arm would come round here, say her hand is like that. So the baby would sort of sit like that. So he's got one hand waving, that's his big tummy. She sort of got him, would she have another hand? She might do. She might have another hand. Let's do another hand here. Oh, that's all gone a bit wrong. And we'll draw his other hand, sort of, maybe she's holding it here, like that. And he's got a little top on like that. So his bottom would come sort of like that, and his legs might be kind of here. Does that look okay? It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Where's this other leg going to go? Oh, sort of, it was like bent there. Behind them. There's Granny holding the other child, baby. It's not too bad considering I'll show you my other attempts, especially for Stephen Lenton. I think I'll have to send him an outtake. She's going to have a top on, and we'll give her a skirt, and we'll give her just shoes like Grandad. Now there we go, that's actually not too bad. We'll just give her shoes like that. So there we are, that's grandparents with the baby. And you could draw their dog. Would your grandparents have a dog? They might have a dog. And I'm sure you're missing a dog as well. Now I'm going to draw a dog a bit like, oops, let's turn this way a little bit. I'm going to draw a dog a bit like the dog from What the Ladybird Heard, the dainty dog. It's like that. I give him his collar, tail, There we are, 4 legs. And they might have a cat, mightn't they? Should we draw the cat round here? Well, I'm quite pleased now because I was about to give up for the day. Where should I draw the cat? Can you see over here? Okay, cat. Cat, like that. We've drawn cats before, haven't we? So whatever pets they've got, you could add in the picture. I tell you what, look, I've thought what Grandad could be holding. What's this? It could be a balloon. It's a bit of a wonky balloon, but it could be a balloon. And the balloon could say something. It could say happy birthday. But you could even do them with party hats on, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to risk touching it anymore. We'll do the dog barking. Now, you know what I'm like. I always draw. Should we draw another balloon? See, balloons are a bit funny these days. I'm not allowed to draw balloons in pictures, but I've got no one telling me off today. Don't tell me off for drawing balloons. Pretend they're eco-friendly balloons. Okay, another balloon. And this one is going to be like the sun. I sometimes do that in pictures. And we could draw, we could draw a rainbow that way if you want to. I'm just thinking of things you could colour in. Draw a rainbow. And we could draw some hearts and some stars. And then you could write your own little message under here, couldn't you? So how about that? That's not too bad in the end. It worked out well. So there we go, it's how to draw grandparents. I'd like to see some of your pictures if you manage to do it. If you do a better job than me, I'd particularly like to see them. Okay, I think that's alright. I think I'll leave it there before I do something horribly wrong. But good luck with that. Hopefully we'll all get to see our grandparents soon. But I'll see you again for another video soon. Okay.